Mr. Betteroff.
Thank you, Judge.
Honestly, go fuck yourself, sir. You don't say that, okay? You don't lose a trial where a jury acquits someone and find them overwhelmingly not guilty and say, I gave my sincere obligation to look into this, and I'm telling you all I saw when she's guilty. Again, respectfully, go fuck yourself.
Is that a fair characterization of what you said? Your Honor.
I want to hear objection before I hear a word out of your mouth.
Objection.
Overruled. Sit down. Oh, I said overruled. Sit down.
Swear again like that. That was, no, I mean, whatever. That was, I shouldn't have done that.
A few moments later.
You, as a prosecutor, have got to be out of your fucking mind.
Nose.
Dude, Jimmy, look at those ears.
The ears don't bother me as much.
No, I don't
as
trust
the-
a man. I don't trust a man with a lobe like that. No,
Really?
not a fucking chance.
The mouth is butthole to me.
Very thin, paper thin.
The
Look
nose,
Oh, the nose.
the brows.
Well, listen, I will tell you though, I kind of like a fucked up nose on a guy.
I like a big old honker. I like a big nose.
old nose. Give me that big bitch. You know,
Yeah.
Like, I'm into it.
Come over here, cluck cluck.
Yeah.
I see some chickens that went moving on up in my biz, cluck cluck, running. Just you gotta be with the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids, the kids, kids.
And I go, oop, clutch, clench, kegel. We did it all. And I go, oh, and what happened? And they go, well, we just got 4,000 plus pages, bitch. And I said, stop it. Show me it. Take me to Unimpound Town immediately, if not sooner. So what happens?
The bitch is here.
Why are you at a football game? Are you a Fonz correspondent?
Well, no, because it's only for men over 30. Okay? Have a great night, boys. Fuck off.
It's been 1 week since you looked at me.
Hey, Blues Clues, motherfucker.
Good morning, lovies. Happy Sunday. It is July 26th, and I'm late. It's 10:59 a.m. Supposed to be here at 10:30. Then the laptop has now been broken out, and I have the desktop next to me because, God help me. Did you have a good weekend? It's been a weekend. So I woke up this morning, and I was out last night. It was a friend's 40th birthday party. And I saw some things online in a stream that Aiden did last night. And I was like, oh, I want to talk about it. And I want to talk about it. So we're going to do that together this morning. And let's just see where it goes. This was last night. It was episode 895, Gretchen Voss. And around this time, it's me.
Nurse Kim went on her YouTube presentation and talked about recording gate. Like anyone gives a shit about that 9 months later. But she said that I told her that I forced her to lie about it, that I pressured her into lying about it because I said that my son would be like that I'm going to be separated from my kids. And that's why she lied. She didn't want to lie. It didn't feel right. But she was lying because of that. Because that's what she said, is that I told her that if she didn't lie, if everyone didn't lie for me, then I'm going to get taken away from my kids. That's what she told her audience.
Aiden, I wonder who said that to him. Because clearly I don't think he watched my stream from the exit interview. So let us play what I actually said, full words, all the words that were said. by me on June 19th. And yet more happens, right? Like more goes on. And there is sides that are taken within the Free Karen Read community. And there's no way for us to really find our footing again. And I think that yesterday is a culmination of us not finding that footing. And it makes me sad. And like, okay, so other things occur. I don't need to get into all of them, but there additionally to the Karen Aiden audio, there is a Flip and Olivia audio. And this was brought to light, and it sucked. It sucked because there was more accusation that like I was the person who did this to Flip. And this was by Flip. Flip was the one who was like, Kim, you were the only one who knew about this. You were the only one who could have done this. And it caused a lot of stress for me. And so there was a point where I call Aiden and I say, Aiden, I have to say that I didn't mean to like be a part of this in any way. And that I'm going to just say I heard like less than a minute of it, whatever it was that fucking happened that day that I'm thinking like a dumbass is a voicemail, right? And my friend says to me, Kim, I can't tell you what to do. And he didn't tell me what to do. But he said that, if we do say that there is a recording, then that's admitting that it exists. And then I could be violated for my parole. And I could be taken from my kids. And I'm like, in that moment, I made a decision, guys. And that decision was that I don't speak on it. Because there's real life consequences. And it was wrong. But I feel like at the time I was in a really shitty spot. And I didn't want anyone to be hurt. And my intention is never to hurt anybody. And I don't want to hurt Karen. I don't want to hurt Aiden. I don't want to hurt anyone. Okay. So at no point have I ever said, or did I say, that Aiden forced me to do anything. Never forced me to do anything at all. And I really said that it was, if it was admitted that it existed, that was the whole crux of it. So he's going to say that I said I would take it to the grave, and that is true. I did think that I would take it to the grave. But I didn't think Aiden would be the one who said many a time that, yeah, I did it. And why would this, I'm not understanding quite truly why we're talking about it again and again and again. Now, not by me. And all I did was try to tell my side for me, for what I was feeling at the time, because everybody knew the whole story. But you didn't know my side, the truth for me. And that is never to hurt Aiden. That was never to hurt his children. That was a fact of the matter. That was a fact of the conversation. Period. But I didn't say that to my audience, and that's not true.
Imagine the reaction to that. What do people say? This came out of nowhere too. I've never done a thing to this woman. I don't know why she did that. Okay, but whatever. I don't care. The moment she said that,
Well, I care, Aiden.
right? Everyone in the chat, all of a sudden, this was like a couple days after the thing with Machado. They were like, emotional manipulation, including her boyfriend or fiance, whatever, Montante. Like he's in the chat writing emotional manipulation the day after or 2 days after I accused Jessica Machado of that.
Okay. All right, Aiden. Well, wait a second here. You know me, and you know I don't look at the chat. I'm a little bit of an asshole. So I was not looking in the chat. And actually, today was really the first or second time I have ever looked back at that video.
Almost like it was like scripted, right? Emotional manipulation. That's what Nurse Kim wanted her audience to believe I did to her, that I used my children to emotionally manipulate her into lying for me.
Wrong. Absolutely wrong. Aiden, Jesus fuck, we could have had a conversation. Absolutely not. What I said was in the height of all the shit that when you and I talked, and I'm about to fucking fold because it's a lot. The reason was for real life consequences. And I didn't want you to have any because I care. That was all. You know, I've said like at least 3 or 4 times now in streams since that occurred that I thought by saying what I did, it would be helpful, and it wasn't. Wasn't helpful to anyone. But there is something that I don't have to have on my shoulders because, Aiden, you've told everybody. I don't have to carry the weight if you say that this is what it is, then why would I not say it? Do you know, does anybody understand that? Like you can absolutely have someone's back, but if they say, hey, oop, shit, hand up, then what am I not saying? And what would I not say it for? I don't understand how that was a crime against Aiden. I don't get it.
First of all, I didn't do that with her. That is a complete and total lie and fabrication. Everything she said on there was a lie. I didn't respond to it because when I saw that happen, I'm like, I don't give a shit. She's just dead to me. I have nothing to say to her after
Dead
that.
to you.
Nothing. I have nothing.
Okay, I'm dead to Aiden. And I have been dead to Aiden since June 19th. Noted.
To say for that. I didn't force her to do shit.
I know you didn't. I never said you did, pal.
She told me, I'm taking this to the grave, Aiden. I'm not.
I did. And I would have. And you didn't. You didn't. And I got to tell you, that was a little bit of a mind F on me. Being like, shit, loose lips sink ships. And you think of like if somebody was accused, anyone who was accused of hearing it, that they could be the ones that would say something. No, it was Aiden. Aiden who said it. Many times.
Not saying, okay, then go.
Okay.
And I'm like, I got the most powerful people in the world coming after me. I don't need fucking all this recording drama. She chose to do that. I didn't force her to do shit. But she insinuated to her audience, go back and read the chat. She saw the chat. She knew exactly what she was doing. Go back and read the chat on.
Go back and read the chat. She knew exactly what she was doing. No. Aiden, come on. That's not true. And you know that's not true.
That show. Kimberly, go back and read it.
Okay, Kimberly.
Every single one of those people in the chat
Who?
was being like, oh my God, he's such an asshole. He emotionally manipulated you. You poor Kim. And she was crying on there.
Yeah, I was crying on there. I was crying because I thought of how it could have affected you. You. That's why. Everything isn't so nefarious all the time. In that moment, I'm thinking back to a conversation that I had with a friend, of someone who I thought was a friend. That's all. And ironically, just ironically, Jess said that she heard whatever she heard of whatever shall not be named since the beginning, right? And you still were friends with her until you weren't. So why am I so bad for telling my side of what happened? Of that I didn't ever want something bad to happen to you.
Oh my God. That was the moment Nurse Kim was just dead to me. Like I'm facing serious shit and she's playing fuck games on the internet.
I wish you would have said it. I wish you would have said it just a little bit sooner.
Done. I'm not going to shit on her. I'm not going to lash out at her. I'm not going to reach out to her and be like, what the fuck? I'm not doing any of that.
But a friend would do that. A friend would do that. Say, hey, Kim, what the fuck? After that stream, I was quite literally like, okay, you know, I'll talk whenever if he wants to talk to me. If he doesn't want to talk to me, like, we'll figure it out. It never came. But again, if I felt like if I had aggrieved or I had done something wrong, I was like, I would have apologized. If he had expressed his feelings to me, I would have absolutely apologized to him. If you don't think that the thought of something bad happening to him that many months ago, like, was very serious and at the forefront of my mind, then I don't know what to say. I went to bat for months and months and months, and I did not think that this was going to be a straw that broke the camel's back. Fucking on the 20th, 6 days ago, I'm doing streams in support of Aiden, reviewing the Mega Motion. And I've been dead to you since June 19th.
Just done. As soon as she said that, I'm like, done.
Okay.
And that's it. Because you realize somebody like that ain't in your corner.
Oh.
Like I don't need people like that in my corner. People like that are fake. Right? People like that want to accuse
people like that are fake. Like the fake ass bitch Nurse Kim that Purple said. Yeah. I don't think it was fake when I answered phone calls. When I would take time out of my day, it was fake to talk to you. I don't think so. when I'm still working jobs, and I understand that your life and everything is in perspective in our own lives, babes, right? You look at something from your perspective. Everything is relative. I do not know every day what Aiden is facing emotionally, spiritually, physically. I don't, you're right. But I have empathy for him, and I always have. I always have. But to say that, you know, oh God, I wish that just the mean things that were said on the internet about me are the worst things that I had to deal with. How about my life fell apart in September, the same fucking month that all of this happened? I know it's not facing charges. I get that. But how about you have a sick parent? How about you have things that are, you know, that are going on in your life? So my experience doesn't matter because I am not in your position. I don't get that. I don't subscribe to that.
Tell their audience that your kids to you are nothing but a pawn
No,
to emotionally manipulate other people into lying for you. That's what she told her audience.
hello, is this thing on? I don't know if maybe Aiden never saw it. Maybe he never saw it. Maybe he couldn't bring himself to see it. But I didn't say that. And I didn't mean it. You do things for your friends. I never said that. I would never say that.
Disgusted. And I was done
Well, you
with her
mentioned
after
it.
that. Done. And I'm not probably expecting me to lash out. I ain't going to lash out at her. I'm just done with her. Done. You realize, and that's the same thing I do with Machado. I'm just done with them. You ain't a supporter of mine. Nope. All set. Done. You just got to cut people like that out of your life. See you later. Done. People show their true colors. You don't have to lash.
See, now that's interesting. So was it my true colors when I stood beside you? Or is it my true colors because I said I did something? Not you, Aiden. Me. Me. Which one?
Lash out at them. That's what people expect me to do. They expect me to lash out because I'm a big bad bully, right? I'm Turtle Boy. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do that to her. I'm just going to cut her off. Done. I have no use for her. Done.
You have no use for me. Now you have no use for me. Okay. Noted. I didn't do, in my opinion, anything. The intention was never to hurt Aiden. I was trying to tell the beginning to the end of something and of my experience. And I didn't have I didn't realize that it was going to strike him in that way, make him feel some sort of way about it. I mean, like, and like so many other things had already happened before this. I don't get it. But I didn't think it was being disloyal or a bad friend in any way, shape, or form.
I see who she is now. Goodbye. That's all. And the other day, Purple Kool-Aid, was talking about, I haven't heard from her. She never once messaged me and was like, hey, here's why I had to do that.
Okay. Would it have made a difference If I don't know, I'm not a psychic. I don't know that I hurt you unless you tell me. And now we're just talking, I guess, on streams. But how can I make it better with you? Or how can I know what you're feeling in a moment if you don't tell me?
Nothing like that. I didn't hear anything like that from her. I just got like no explanation, nothing. Like, hey, by the way, I'm going to bring up a 9-month-old recording gate thing and just do that. And I'm going to defend this person who's attacking Broken Baker and other members of the community who support justice for John O'Keefe and all that shit. And I'm all in with them. By the way, she hates Jess Machado. For whatever that's worth, she fucking hates her. And I have all the messages, and Kim knows that. You have no idea how many phone calls I've gotten from Kim telling me, why doesn't she shut the fuck up?
Amen.
How about the texts I have from her saying the same thing? Okay. Why won't she shut the fuck up about the recording?
Exactly. Now, let's go back to that point, Aiden. Thank you so much for bringing it back up. At the time, absolutely. And let's hear what I said on the exit interview about that exact topic.
And if we're keeping it a buck, everything that everyone was saying about Jess, that like, oh, she's a liability, or oh, she doesn't keep any secrets, or oh, she doesn't do this. I said every one of those things to Aiden about Jess 7 months ago. 7 months ago. Because I felt like I didn't get it. I didn't get her. And I was like, what the fuck? She keeps saying that. Like, what is happening right now?
Okay, so where's the lie? I 100% felt that way. But Aiden, you didn't cut her off. She wasn't an enemy. She wasn't somebody who showed you her true colors. I told you how I felt. I said, this is a problem because you didn't say anything. You hadn't said it yet. It was just Jess out in these streets. And I was like, dear God, if this woman says it one more time, I'm about to kibby out. I didn't know what the future held. I was fearful for you. And just kept saying it. And you were friends with her. So what's the difference with me saying it now? After you've already said it many a time. You know, like the old saying, like you're only as sick as your secrets. It's like, damn, let it go. You don't have to carry that shit anymore because it's not a big overarching theme. It's not problematic for Aiden anymore. I did not know I was dead to you then.
Jesus Christ. She can't stand her. It's like a hostage. I don't know what's going on. But I heard, like, I knew Montante before all this from the KMS world. And I don't think he's a bad guy. I'm not, like, good friends with him or anything like that. But I actually went on his YouTube presentations, like, in 2022 or 21. I forget when. Seems like a nice guy. He's funny. I don't know him that well. But he messaged, I didn't even know they were dating. And it was like in December or something like that. She announced on her show or a members only show that she was divorced, and everyone in my chat was talking about it. So I'm like, oh, she's divorced? I didn't even know that. I'm like, good luck. I'm like, I feel for her. I've been divorced before. I know what that's like. Blah, blah, blah. And then I got a text message from Montante saying, don't talk about that on your show. Something to that effect. I forget what he said. I'm like, who are you? Oh, I'm dating her now. Oh, so you speak for her? No. Okay, why are you messaging me? And then in March, Montante texted me again. I had shared a screenshot of 5150 using one of her burner accounts to tag Nurse Kim's work. And I was like, hey, 5150 tags people's works all the time. I've shared that screenshot like a million times. And I got a message from Montante telling me, hey, leave my girl out of this, basically. Leave Kim out of this. What? Leave her out of this? I'm not bringing her into this, bro. That was like, I'm pointing out the hypocrisy of people, Meredith crying about her job when she's tagged other people's job. That's it. And he's like, yeah, well, you can, we get it, but you don't need to do that. Just leave Kim out of it. And I'm like, pardon? I'm like, bro, you've been dating her for 5 minutes. What are you talking? Like, you speak for her now? And he's like,
No man speaks for me. Come on, Aiden.
like, yeah, yeah. He's like, no. He goes, she doesn't know I'm doing this. She doesn't know. So you've been dating her for 5 minutes.
Not 5 minutes. So January, February, March. 4 months.
And you're not telling her that you're going behind her back and white knighting for her, messaging. It's like, so does she want this down? I go, you can tell her if she wants something down, she can just message me and I'll talk to her. I'm approachable. I'm not going to like, whatever, like tell her, just message me. That's it.
Okay. So you have his phone number. You guys, you were on his YouTube presentation. You know him because of Montante's World that you were interviewed on in 21 or 22. That was his show. And also from like the Miniverse, from KMS, you know him, right? You guys have a relationship. It's not like he went out of like, I don't know. I don't think that's the only thing you guys have talked about, right? So, and this is what I said on the exit interview about that too.
And standing up for his woman. Doesn't matter that Jess is online. He was just like, I felt, putting his 2 cents in and standing up for his woman. I didn't find it egregious or offensive, but maybe the boys do on a different level. But I know for certain that when Aiden posted, like from what it was a sock account that was Meredith's sock account, posted my job, Aiden was making a point by saying Meredith is saying that people are calling her job while posting Kim's job. But that of posting my job put 165 or however many thousand people's eyes on my place of employment. And it was unintended. Aiden had no intention to have me be in a problem here or that to cause me problems. But it did, and it could have. So I know Montante reached out to him privately and texted him and said, hey, can you not put Kim's job? Like, can you not post that? And that was him. Like, I wasn't even with him, but I found out afterwards that like he had sent him a text and there's no problems there. So I feel like that's a natural thing. And I feel like if a girlfriend wanted to stick up for Aiden, I would expect a girlfriend to stick up for Aiden as well.
Okay. So I said that.
And he goes, she didn't know. I'm pretty sure she knew now. Now that I look, I don't know. I assume she knew now. Like, it's like, I have a hard time believing he'd do that without asking, I don't know. But
You have a hard time believing that he'd reach out to a guy that he knows that he's semi-friendly with, has his cell phone number. And just because you do find that hard to believe, it was on March 14th, and we'll go through it because you talk about my text messages later. So I'm going to show you the ones that you sent and that was sent between you guys. So I was away, didn't know about it because I was at the Falcon 5 weekend. From 3:13 to 3:15, I was in Laconia with Meatball Morrissey, Sketty Stain, with Kat O, with Kate, with Emily C. That's where I was. No boys allowed. And this is the message. This is the post. Okay, from the Dragon Besky account. And this is the date timestamp of Saturday, March 14th at 11:44 a.m. Okay. And Christ. All right. So this is Michael saying, I get your feud with your ex. Handle this without dragging Kim into it over old things. I don't know if you know this, but you have some people that aren't thrilled with you and aren't the most sane. Shocking, I know. And Aiden says, I'm not dragging her into this, and it's not a feud with my ex. All right, but you just posted, an article from my job because because the sock account had posted it. And Michael says, I'd say 0 for 2 on that. And Aiden says, you'd say wrong. Meredith dragged her into it, and I'm calling her out for it. And Montante says, so you haven't tagged Kim and just shared her work photo, and you've never dated Meredith. Noted. And Aiden says, I did not tag her in that post. And he goes, okay, good. Okay, thank God. Could be anybody then, because it has my picture. It's a picture of me. So it could be anybody. And Aiden says, is she asking or are you? And he says, Montante says, when I reach out, it's from me. I know I know she can reach out and handle her own. And Aiden says, yeah, as long as she continues to lie and fraud and scam, I will continue to call her out for her hypocrisy. That was about Meredith. And he goes, okay, so you speak for her now? And he said, I just said that's not the case. Obviously, I care about Kim and don't need her to be dragged into any of that nonsense. Just my opinion. And said, do you want me to say it a third time? Life's too short to beat around the bush, letting you know that's just my take on it. If Kim ever wants something taken down, she can contact me. Thanks. And then sounds great and a thumbs up. That was it. But I'm not lying, Aiden. I was away. And you guys have each other's phone numbers. And it's a man thing. And I didn't think you had a problem with that because I said it in the exit interview. And I would always assume for somebody to stand up for you that was dating you, if they're like, it could be a little jarring to see your picture multiple times for something, and of the haters that are watching that could just make a problem for you. That's all.
Either way, I'm like, I just see that and I'm like, done. Goodbye. I am not going to sit up here and crap on the relationship. I don't care about that. I speak from experience, knowing that in my experience, everybody's different. But from my experience, I wish I had just been single for a while after getting divorced and like got adjusted to my new life. That's all. If she doesn't want to do that, go ahead. More power to her. God bless her. I hope.
Right. And I can understand that. And I understand that everybody is allowed to have an opinion, because if you put yourself online, you're allowed, clearly, everyone can judge you. And I know that things didn't go great for you. And I didn't have any plan on a timing thing. Like what happened. I met him. I'd known him for years online. And then when I met him, I was like, oh my gosh, ew, I don't have the ick from this man. I was like, what is that? Is that a crush? Ew. So I understand that we can all form our opinions from personal experience, but I would just be like, hey, and you did tell me, Aiden, you told me in December, you've told everyone online, so this is no breaking news here either, is that you said you posted it on Twitter and you texted me and talked about it on a show, that you had said to me that you wished that you didn't make Meredith part of your brand and that you wished you took time. And I said, I wrote back, Montante is not Meredith. Said he's not smart enough. I was joking. Haha. But I said, I understand. Thanks for looking out. You know, like these aren't things that I couldn't control that. You can judge me, absolutely, but I didn't do anything wrong. And I'm not going to feel badly because I care and I love a man. Like, all of our experiences can be different. That's all.
Hope she has a great life and I hope she's happy. I do. I hope Jess Machado's happy too. I hope they're all happy. I hope not everybody's happy. I hope Cryford's miserable, but I hope some of these other people are happy. I don't hate them. Like, I don't hate Machado and Kim. I hate Cryford and hate BLT.
Okay, you don't hate me, but I'm dead to you. That's a little bit. People aren't dead to me if I don't hate them.
I don't hate those two. They're just done. You just got to cut people off. You're like, once people show you their true colors that like they ain't with you, then they're not with you. And it just, I guess I didn't want to say anything about this, but I'm like, to be accused of emotionally manipulating someone. Like, I wish my
God, can you imagine how hurtful it is? What? What is happening? Do I live on another fucking planet? To be accused of emotional manipulation. You just said, Aiden, that you accused Machado of emotionally manipulating days before. I didn't accuse you of that. I didn't accuse you of that at all. But I rode for you. I showed up for you. And it just is all gone now. And that's okay. And the 500 subs that I've lost will turn into 5,000 or not, I don't even have 40. So, or 35,000, 34,000, whatever it is. Whatever is not mine is not mine. And that's okay. But I never intended to hurt you. That's the point.
I wish I could trade her problems for mine. Like, you know, like.
And there it is, minimizing. That I don't like. I don't like that because there would be 99% of the population that can't relate to your problems, Aiden. And my life is still my life. 99% of the population does not know what you go through. But I have never not shown empathy and support where it matters or where I thought it mattered for you.
Oh, Aiden, everyone was blaming me for, you have no idea what it's like. Everyone was blaming me for the Flip Olivia recording. Bitch, I got $1 million in legal fees and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts is trying to put me in jail. And you're talking about Proton emails and clutching pearls and this and that. And I apologized. I apologized on Twitter on December 18th. I groveled. I was like, I'm so sorry, Nurse Kim. I didn't mean to drag you into this because I'm like, I don't need this shit. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to drag you into this. Still up. Still up. So it's just like done.
Oh, okay. So did you not mean it then? Because that doesn't even make sense. If you were sorry about it, like, okay. But if you weren't, you didn't have to either. You don't have to do anything. Like none of us have to do anything. And I know that you have legal fees, and I have only tried to cover and support what you're going through. Again, less than a week ago, I was saying that, of course, I'm going to keep covering everything, and that I wanted to ensure that the Commonwealth of Massachusetts can't weaponize laws against you. And in 48 states, they have protections for journalists. And Massachusetts has weaponized a statute against you. 10 toes down, still after today. Still. So tell everyone I'm a piece of shit. Tell everyone I'm the worst. I never wanted anything but for you to be free. Maybe, make great choices in women. Other than that, no. I just tried to show up for you. That was it.
Done, 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 done. People like that ain't your friends. And that's it. So again, not going to shit on her, not doing any of the stuff like that. But to accuse me to go on her show and lie to her audience about me bringing up my fucking children. Don't mention my fucking kids, Kim. I'm telling you right now. I don't talk about your fucking kids. Don't talk about my kids. Okay? That's one thing I'm asking you. I'm not telling you. I'm asking you. Don't talk. Leave my kids out of it.
Okay. Okay. I would say the same to anyone. Don't talk about kids. I can see you're hurt and triggered by that. That was not my words, Aiden. And now you've said it 4 times to your audience, your much larger audience than mine. I didn't say that.
So for her to talk about my kids on her show and say that I used them as if being separated from them isn't something that I've experienced before and isn't something that I'm afraid will happen again, as if that's not a legitimate fear.
It is. Hence why it 100% is. Do you get it?
To make light of that.
Who made light of it? I wasn't the one.
And say that I'm doing something like that, like done. And so I went on Purple Kool-Aid's thing the other day, right? Because he was doing Purple Kool-Aid supports me. He's a very loudmouthed, very opinionated guy on Twitter and YouTube, or was on YouTube, who doesn't hold back anything. He's got much more foul mouth than I do. And he's got, I would say even stronger opinions than I do about a lot of shit, right? I don't necessarily agree with everything he says, but he supports me. And he came up here for my restraining order hearing, and he wrote an affidavit, and his content supports me. I need people like that in my corner. And he's offered to help out with various stuff. He helps out, right? So like he had a stream the other day. I guess he was crapping on her.
And my kids. And my kids, Aiden. he crapped on. Saying that it's totally normal that you going out with Montante, shack up with him, and are married to him. I'm engaged. Save the date 2028. Come on, you know better. And said that I pushed my kids aside. Don't ever talk about my kids, Paul. Purple Paul. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Come on. He wasn't just shit talking me.
But when I started listening, he was talking about something else.
Aiden, that's not true. That's not true. A screenshot of me was up on the screen for Twitter. He had my tweet up. He was talking about me.
And I joined in and I started making some jokes. Right? And I didn't even know they were talking about Kim. And I got a text from her. And it said, all she said was, really? I have not heard from her.
Stop it. Don't put inflection where it doesn't belong.
Since she went on her show and said that stuff about recording and lied about my kids and shit like that. She goes, really? You are in there? Jesus, Aiden.
What I really said was when I saw that I did say that exact words, but I was like, really, you're in there? Jesus, Aiden. I said this already. It wasn't a very angry text. She wasn't pissed. It was one line. But when you're commenting and the comment is brought up, and it's quite literally a tweet of me that he's saying fake ass bitch nurse Kim, who's basically a whore and who pushes her kids aside. Come on. That's when I said, Jesus, you're in there, Aiden. I wasn't angry. I was hurt. And I texted you while it happened because that's the difference. I didn't know you were hurt.
That's all she said. I haven't heard from her any explanation about all the other shit, about why she chose to do that. Haven't heard a word. But I show up in some guy's Twitter chat, which she's apparently monitoring.
I wasn't monitoring it. Somebody sent it to me. You know better.
And is mad that I'm in a chat. Really? You're in there? Jesus, Aiden. I don't respond. And then finally yesterday.
Yeah, you didn't respond for how many days? Let's see. I sent that to you Monday night at 8:59, and you sent me what you're about to read out loud Friday at 12:15.
She accused me of something the other day. I guess people in my chat were telling me that I got purple Kool-Aid to do it. So I'm like, that's it. I'm messaging her and giving her my.
No. Again, just say what really happened. The specific comment that Paul made on the stream before I did a response, it was very specific, Aiden, and it said, you'll understand someday. Well, let's read that too. Fuck it. We're going. Let's go. Lord. Where is he, Purple Paul? No. I'm sorry, guys. Bear with me. I just don't want to fuck it up. Mm-hmm. Okay. screenshot for all of you people. He deleted this. Purple deleted this. Okay. And it said, one day you will figure out why certain people didn't congratulate you or even speak to you or even respond to a text from you for the past 7 weeks. And what these people have said about you privately. Laughing face, laughing face. We ain't there yet, apparently. And then it was gone. And why it made sense in my mind that I was like, oh, weird. How would he know about that? Was because the last time we spoke before I texted you on Monday was June 8th. And it was 7 weeks. And you could have been shit talking and you could have been like, oh, fuck Kim right now. Like, Kim's a bitch. Whatever. But we could have talked about this.
My dear John, goodbye shit. I'll just read it to you. I go, I have no idea what your issue is with me. I did not direct anyone to say anything about you. Believe it or not, people like Purple Kool-Aid reach their own conclusion on you based on things you said on your stream independent of me. Contrary to popular belief, I am not a cult leader who directs people what to say. I say exactly how I feel about people myself. I wish the biggest problem I had in my life was people saying mean things about me on the internet. I was indicted for cyber harassment in New Jersey 2 days ago, and they are using that to try to put me in jail again.
That's weird. Like, I have no idea what your issue is with me, Kim. This reads like not like Aiden to me. I'm just saying, like, call it. He would never say I was indicted for cyber harassment in New Jersey 2 days ago. The whole thing. But keep listening.
Because I exposed a psychopath's shitty behavior 9 months ago. I won't mention the psychological effect that the fear of incarceration has on me, or the countless nights I've lost sleep while thinking about being separated from my children again during their formative years of their lives.
Yes, Aiden, and I know this. I know this because we've talked about this. I know this because I have eyeballs. I know this because anybody in your position would be unbelievably stressed. I know this because I believe that if you needed to, you could have a diagnosis of a complex PTSD. I know this. I 100% am aware of this.
Because I don't want you to mention it on your stream and have your fiance and others accuse me of emotionally manipulating you to lie for me.
Okay, so wait. I again, let's put aside that I never said what he thought I said. But you said everything, it was all a lie. But you just wrote all of the things in this text message was exactly what you are experiencing. So I'm confused.
The last thing on my mind is what you or Jess or anyone is saying about me, or what Purple is saying about you. I have accrued over $1 million in legal fees, including $300,000 since I've been sued. I wake up every day with the stress and anxiety that you could never comprehend.
And I've never tried to. I've never tried to say or downplay anything that you're going through. Not one time, never. I can't imagine. And I always had to have empathy for you. and would say, I can't. And I worry about you and I pray for you. Like, what? But saying that I could never know is like, a lot of people don't know because they've never been in your shoes. But just saying another time about how like, oh, Kim's basically a baby because she's getting mean things said about her online. That's not the case. It's not the case, Aiden. The case is that I was going through an awful fucking lot in my own life. And I went to bat for you. And I did not know that by saying what I said about I heard something would equal this. The fallout, didn't see it. But there's always fallout. I was taking my time to answer you because I was going to call you. Clearly, shall not. Don't think you're open for that. But this didn't have to go this way. You don't care about it, but you talked about it for what, 40 minutes on your stream? While everyone is killing me, you don't care about the chat, but you're in the wait, you care about the chat, you don't care about the chat. I'm not looking at a chat, haven't one time in an hour. Sorry, people. And I was murdered. Fake ass bitch Nurse Kim always knew she was a snake. Down 500. Again, it can be up to and included probably 34,000. Who knows? But I know that if I don't know that I've hurt you, if I don't know that you're upset, I am not a mind reader. That's it. And I deserve to be able to say what I went through just like you have. You already have. Several times. So I didn't think it was crossing a line.
I do things to take my mind off of the reality of my situation by joking around, which is why I went on his stream and made light of Jessica's comments about me being threatened by her presence on YouTube, because it's funny and making people laugh is what I do. You may not like Purple Kool-Aid, but he has been nothing but supportive and helpful to me. I treat people how they treat me. I have not spoken an ill word about you. If you want to use your platform to make what is largely our mutual supporters think I'm some sort of bad guy, so they will no longer support me, which seems to be how your message is received based on the chat, then I won't try to stop you.
Based on the chat. So, okay, so you're the bad guy, but you've made me, I'm the bad guy. I'm fucking public enemy number one. Based on the chat. What? How about I'm based on you, Aiden? How about based on who was my friend?
That's it. And I said, nor will I respond publicly. I have now, I guess, but I'm.
Yeah, that wasn't it though. Which seemed to be how your message is received based on by the chat. Then I won't try to stop you, nor will I respond publicly. If you'd like to have a conversation on the phone, let me know. If not, good luck with everything. Well, fuck me. Good luck. Good luck with everything, Kim. Friday. And then last night, 40 minutes. 40. On what? What's my sin? Tell me something that makes sense, because it can't be that I went on my stream, tried to lower a temperature of a fight and of something that, again, a fucking hindsight 2020. I didn't help anything. I get it. Shut up, Kim. I get it. But that part for me, for saying my piece and what happened and what I did after everybody else can say what they needed to say, it wasn't an attack on you. It never was. And had we had that conversation, that we probably could have got to that.
I'm not going to lash out at her. I'm not going to shit on her. I'm not doing any of that shit. I go, if you'd like to have a conversation on the phone, let me know. If not, good luck with everything.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But no, I'll probably just hear from him next time I'm in the chat. So that's it.
No, won't hear from me in a chat. This seemed avoidable. That's it. I never asked him for anything. I never asked him for anything. And I just wish I would have known that I hurt you that bad. Because then the hurt turns into anger, and then the anger turns into whatever this is now going to be. And that's that. Whoever needs to go, or you say like this isn't a place for you, I got it. If you do have a place here, you all have a place here. And Aiden will always say intent matters, right? Intent matters on everything. And my intention was not to hurt Aiden. My intention was not to hurt Jess. My intention is not to hurt Karen. No one. So that's it. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Have a good Sunday. It's 12 o'clock. Go have some lunch. Deep breaths. I love your faces. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.